Hey guys, I'm here at Summer NAMM with Josh Scott himself. You're wearing a really cool version of your multi-logo shirt with the black.
These are rare. They're so rare we had them shipped here. They're called the blackout shirt. Because a few of us really got into these solid black Snickers. Snickers is a candy bar. I'm wearing candy bars on my feet.
I was noticing them. They look very comfortable, and they are all the way black.
Now I can see that?
Yeah.
Viewers at home, you can't
right
see this.
It's a Nike shoe.
But it's a Nike. My favorite Nike is the Nike. It's called a Toki. That's what this is. But we wear blackout shoes, so we're like, hey, let's get some shirts that are like black.
I love it.
And they're NAMM only. That's that story.
Yeah.
It's really, that's all I got.
I have one of the red ones, and my toddler loves it.
Yeah.
He loved it since he was a baby, even smaller than a toddler. Like he sits on my lap and looks at it like, horsey.
I should send him like a double X and
foot. Kitty, bird.
That's awesome.
He just loves it. It's like a little storybook for him.
That makes me really happy.
Yeah. So let's talk about
Let's go look at it while we talk about it.
Yeah, because the audience wants to see it.
So if you're part of the viewing audience that can't see me, we're going to talk about the Pink Panther.
Yeah, I wanted to kind of talk about how you had that recall early on. What was it, like 1,000 units or something like that?
Noel's here. How many units did we actually have to get back of Pink Panther? Okay,
340.
So now that's a great example. What just happened? Of a reality check.
I made up a number, and I was that's real.
Hold on. Are you the gear page?
I'm the gear page.
You are the gear page. All right. No, so we had about 350. We started shipping them, and then we realized there's a small problem in one setting that was noticeable. I think a lot of people would have never seen it, but we made a decision as a company to say, hey, it's not exactly where I wish it was.
Gotcha.
And then we recalled those 350. That's a much lower number than being thrown around.
That's still a big hit to take as a manufacturer.
Yeah, but we just said, hey, to the dealers, let's get these back, give them a label. We turned them around super fast. I mean, like almost microwave fast.
Nice.
Yeah, like same day turnaround, right back to the dealer. Yeah.
So it really was just a small tweak.
You don't hear this on those TV shows that are talking about us, you know?
Yeah, on the 6 o'clock news.
TMZ.
Yeah,
I saw it. I saw what they said. No, but we got them in and fixed them, and it was that simple. It was just we didn't want it out there, not all the way.
Gotcha.
And we didn't notice it. Actually, we do an insane amount of testing.
I mean,
it's crazy town. Like to the point where I want to kill myself. I'm like, can we please ship this? But it got out, and then Andy at Pro Guitar was doing a demo and noticed this small little thing, and we're like, crap.
Yeah.
And
that happened as a
people
demo.
People had actually done like multiple demos all over the world and didn't notice it.
But Andy found it.
Of course, because he doesn't use a pick.
Yeah, it's the pick that does
it's
it.
All you jackals out there that don't use picks.
You use a pick, it's really just covering up for poor playing.
People that don't use a pick are very picky.
That's true too.
Yeah, so that was the recall, and we did a good job. Steve just contacted the dealers. We got them all in. Same day turnaround on most. It was 350, not 1,000.
Yeah.
If you're viewing this podcast audio episode, it was not 1,000 of them. It was 350.
That number is ridiculous. Fake news.
Yeah, that's fake news.
Sad.
And I'm standing here with the gear page himself. What if the gear page is Jimmy Page?
Is Jimmy Page?
What if gear? He's like just changed his first name.
Yeah. It's all one person. All those comments. It really is.
It is.
Man, I completely lost my train of thought.
Yeah, but
I had
that's
a good question.
And
I wanted to go back to as a demo guy, I'm not on the level of Andy, obviously.
I think you are.
Well, maybe at other things.
Yeah.
Like, if we played checkers, maybe I'd beat him every now and then.
Yeah.
But every now and then I do get stuff in from builders, and I'm not going to name names because it honestly doesn't matter. But when you get stuff in as a demo guy, it's not always all the way perfect yet. And I do find I've found stuff with various brands over the years, like, hey, I found this issue, just so you know, I don't mind it. I found like this weird thing that happened, like by going extreme on it. I don't think anyone else is going to find it, but let people know and just like keep them informed, you know, because I know how it is to work on something and you like just have your head in it nonstop forever, and you get blind to some of the details. You get blind to like that one thing that you couldn't have thought of because you're just focused on one part of it, you know. Like
that's a huge piece of it.
Like anyone who's part of our inner circle group knows that I post my demo videos there before I publish them, and then let everyone like correct my spelling, you know.
Yeah, I think that anyone who's ever made anything in life understands that. And so like at JHS, our process is we go from an idea to usually a breadboard of a circuit, and then we try to get that breadboard down into a circuit design. Like you just did a pedal, you kind of know how this works, and then you got to cram it in the case.
Yeah, I really built that pedal out, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And then once you prototype it, maybe that prototype's pretty close to what you'd actually sell, and then at that point, there's about 4 of us that take turns, and every one of us will hear something different, or like notice something we like, or whatever. And it's just that's part of a process because. As I look down here, viewers, if you're looking at the board with me, that you can't see, every pedal, technically, by the definition of preference, has something wrong with it.
Of course. Absolutely.
Yeah, so if we're talking like philosophically approaching the issues of tone.
We're getting deep.
Yeah, if we want to talk about a tone philosophy, something that's high up in the reaches of like an upper echelon of understanding and tonedom, if I enter this land of tonedom, and opinion, there's something wrong with everything around us.
Absolutely.
Like, I like your shirt, but I would put the pocket on the right side.
That's crazy talk. I'm a left pocket only boy. Everyone knows that.
I'm a fan of the SM58, but I'm not a fan of it at all.
Right. You hate it.
Yeah, because philosophy helps me understand that I don't really like myself. And therefore, anything I like, I don't really like it.
Now let's talk about what the people really want to hear.
What do they want to hear?
How does that apply to burgers?
The way that it applies to burgers, do you want a philosophical route or do you want...
I know the viewers just saw it happen, but we just completely changed our body language. We went into a fight stance.
Yeah, we're in I'm faced off with all my body weight facing you.
Okay, here we go. Burger talk.
Yeah, burger talk. Let's talk about burgers.
Yeah. I saw your Instagram post that you went to some place.
Crystals. It's not really a burger.
It's like a slider, right?
It's like a snack.
A snack.
It's like I'm from Alabama, so if you've heard of White Castle, you probably heard of it because there was a movie. They think they're big shots because they had a movie.
Yeah.
But Crystals is like the white trash version of White Castle.
I like it already.
I grew up in Alabama in a trailer. I have the whole story.
Sure.
You know, and so we would go and eat Crystals. And you call it when you're from the
South. A
South.
different kind of crystals than
not people.
Like, not on Breaking Bad.
I've never eaten a gemstone.
Okay.
So
you don't get into quartz.
You eat a crystal burger, and it's referred to by my family and most people I meet as a gut bomb.
Nice.
That's what. So it's not a burger, but it's
because it blows up, or just because
it's an experience.
It's an experience.
And here's what I know about it. My first cousin worked at a Crystals. They're everywhere. They're like Walmart here or something, whatever. They take a little bit of meat and mix it with a baby food type substance, and they flatten the patty out and cook it. It's like a really soft patty.
They take let's back up a second.
It's not an all beef patty.
You just said to me they take a little bit of meat and they mix it with baby food.
And they make a patty. And then they steam these little buns. They're the original slider, and they slide right out.
They slide right out of you after you eat them. Yeah, okay.
There's a 5-minute window. Like, if you go into a Crystals,
there's a line for the register and a line for the bathroom.
No, you go into Crystals and you sit down, and then you take a turn in order of buying how quick you'll go to the bathroom. So it's like, I got the 4 Crystal, I have 10 minutes. Oh, I got the 15 Crystal, 9 minutes from now, I'm going to be sliding. So, I had those the other day. But that's more, for me, it's nostalgic.
Of course.
It's like watching The Never-Ending Story.
Yeah.
It's not a good movie.
You shut your dirty mouth.
It's not a good movie, Ryan.
Oh, no, it is not.
But when I watch it, I see Falcor, and I'm like, yeah.
For nostalgic reasons, it's an excellent movie. But, if you showed it to, a kid who's never
My
seen
kid.
it now.
I showed it to my 9-year-old.
And he rejected it?
Here's what she said.
She rejected it? I'm waiting.
She just stared at me. I mean, she didn't get it at all.
I think my kid would love it. He's only 3, though.
Yeah, he'd think it's cool.
He'd think it's cool.
Yeah. When they get like 8 and 9, they become snobby.
Yeah, they start to get into that pre-tween sort of thing.
Yeah.
They're watching TMG.
Yeah.
You know.
So back to burgers.
Back to burgers. The most important conversation.
Yeah.
Here at
We
NAMM.
should do a podcast back to burgers. Me and you.
We really should. Okay. Record scratching noise. Welcome to the Back to the Burgers podcast. Here we are.
Yes.
Here we are. I'm with Josh Scott of JHS Pedals. Pedals don't matter. We're only talking about burgers
Yeah,
here.
nobody cares.
Yeah. So have you had a good burger in Nashville other than this Crystal stuff?
I haven't had any other burger in Nashville other than Crystal's. I probably will tonight find a burger somewhere, and I'll report it to to people I know that are interested in burgers.
We were driving around late last night, and we're close to some burger places that I would have wanted to try.
Yeah.
Shoot, I can't remember the name of it. It's got a C in it. Like
Chick-fil-A?
Not Chick-fil-A. That's not a burger. There's chicken. Shoot, I can't remember. Country something?
Charties?
Not Charties. I saw a place called Checkers.
Is it McDonald's?
McDonald's.
Chonic.
No,
You were at Chonic.
I was Chonic. I was at Chive Guys.
Chive Guys. I love chin and chow.
Yeah, you heard it here. Josh Scott loves chin and chow. Now I hate myself that I can't remember when I started this conversation.
That's all right.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm getting into burgers
Let's
in
get
here.
to what people really want to hear.
Yeah, I got into hot chicken last night, and I want to try to get into
Did
barbecue.
you get a
stuff.
Prince's or Hetty B's?
I forget the name of it. It was neither of those. I still have it on
Chick-fil-A hot chicken?
on my browser. Bolton's.
Oh, I've heard of that.
One of the guys from Premier Guitar.
Are those collard greens?
Yes,
Had you had a collard green? 'Cause
I had them last night.
You're from out west where that doesn't make
No,
sense.
I've had collard greens at home that friends made.
Did you put hot sauce in those?
The ones at home that my friends made, I love my friends, but you done goofed. You didn't make the collard greens right. I can say I had them for the first time last night. It's a completely different experience.
Collard greens in the dirty South where we're at now. There's a South, and then there's a dirty South. And some of this collard green stuff up in the dirty South, it's good.
What I was saying about it when I was eating is, it is is a cup of broth away from being a pork stew.
Yeah.
Like it's salty, it's porky, and the greens
Sometimes there's ham in it.
There was a lot of ham in it.
Yeah.
It's just a vehicle for like this pork flavor, and there's a little bit of like a earthy, acidic thing from the leaves, you know?
Collard greens are just a vehicle for other flavors.
Exactly.
Because I get them and just pour hot sauce all in it.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Well, I was eating hot chicken, so I was already
And if I'm fortunate enough to have some Jiffy Mix cornbread, do you know what that is?
Yeah. Oh, we have Jiffy Mix.
I don't know, because in California, there's a lot of rules and regulations. And I don't know.
Yeah, you know.
You can't drive in the middle of the day. You can't water your animals, stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And all the pizzas at this place called a Pizza Kitchen via California.
You were motioning over here, so I started moving.
I was getting loud over
California
here.
Pizza Kitchen is garbage.
I think it is.
You think
We
it is
agree
too?
on that.
Yeah, no, it's total garbage.
job.
It's awful.
So talk about In-N-Out, and then I'll talk about Five Guys.
We'll make our peace. So, because we've been having this battle online for a while.
I'm interested in this. Viewers at home,
Yes.
this is brought to you by viewers like you.
We were trying to make something happen at Winter NAMM.
Yeah, I'm interested to see who cares.
Yeah.
What if
our audience is going to care?
What if you and I at Winter NAMM get in a car and go film an episode at an In-N-Out and at a Five Guys?
I think people would love it.
Who would care?
They would love it.
I need to see it actually written out.
Comment on Facebook if you want to see that.
We tried to do it last year and it didn't work out.
Yeah, because you kept hanging out with all these cool people like Beck and stuff.
No.
Couldn't hang out with Ryan and go get a burger.
You know.
But here's my piece on In-N-Out is if someone came into San Diego to visit me and they'd never been, I wouldn't be like, I got to take you to In-N-Out. This is the best burger you've ever had, because it's not that, and I would never say this is like an award-winning burger. This is like the pinnacle of burgers, because it's not. It is a very local flavor.
This is helping me a lot.
It's a very,
because I don't hear that. I hear, let's go to In-N-Out. It's the best thing I've ever put in my mouth.
It's not like
anyone
that.
who likes anything else is an idiot. I hear that.
No. I put In-N-Out on the top of my fast food burger kind of hierarchy for myself personally. Like everyone has, like you were talking about pedals, like everything is flawed. We were getting to philosophy.
Yeah, totally.
Everything has something wrong with it. In and out is a local flavor. If you live with it, it forms a hole in your heart. Don't quote me on that because that sounds like a terrible medical condition. But if it forms a hole in your heart that only
In and Out forms a hole in your heart.
it forms a hole in your heart that only In and Out can fill. So what
I
think
think
what you're
that
hearing,
hole is for Jesus.
well, it's right next to the Jesus hole.
There's a Jesus hole and an In and Out hole.
Exactly.
My heart hurts.
So you can only get that fix from In and Out. You don't even think about it as a burger anymore. It's In and Out.
So it's life.
It's life.
Like
It's
that's
death.
It's just part of it. Part of it all.
Right. It's part of being in the area where it is.
I've had In and Out a lot. I come out to California.
That's something I wonder because you trashed on it so much. Like, did
Well,
he go once? And it was
Here's
like,
what happens. Here's what happens with me. I come to California. They're like, hey, the tall freak from the Midwest, he's going to be out here in about an hour. We're going to pick him up
are
at the
you
airport.
tall? I hadn't noticed.
I'm not tall.
Okay.
You notice when I talk to people, I do this?
Yeah.
No. So they're like, hey, I bet he wants to go get In and Out who's never had it.
Yeah.
So
the
I go
people
out-
who pick you up from the airport.
Just
like,
anyone, yeah. So and then it's like we go out and they're like, have you had animals? And they're like, this is the best burger on earth, and you guys don't have it.
Right.
That's what ends up happening. And then there was the straw that broke the camel's back for me was 2 winter NAMMs ago. We did 2 filmings, one in Van Nuys and one like north of Hollywood, way up in the mountains, and we got stuck in traffic, and it was like the quintessential LA hellhole, like setting in traffic, and we were forced to eat by sheer karma or chance at the same In and Out both evenings. Getting off the exit. And there's like this.
That's too much, especially when it's not a choice. When it's like.
It was not a choice.
My
free will was broken.
Yeah, exactly. I did In and Out twice in a day once on a road trip. Just because you're on a road trip and it was in the middle of nowhere, and like, that's what's here, that's what we're going to eat. And it's too much. It's, too much salt, too much
I think
calories.
I come off pretty heavy with the burger argument. I know.
Right, no, but it's fine.
I come out swinging. But here's the deal. In and Out is not a bad burger.
Right. Well,
that's all I know to say.
Here's my case for Here's my case for the quality of it. And then someone started a hamburger group on Facebook.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. It's great.
love it.
And it's forced me to actually start thinking about hamburgers a little bit more detailed, more than just like, I got to put something in my mouth.
Right.
So I've been paying more attention when I go get burgers. Like I got Wendy's in the airport in Houston on the way here.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't had them forever. Like, I got to check this out and see what it's really like. What I've been, the detail that I've been hung up on lately is really paying attention to the quality of the grind of the meat. Like, there's burger places that I go to where the grind is so fine because they're doing whatever to achieve a consistent result or something like that. Or it's like,
you think it's baby food?
It might have baby food in it.
Okay.
But the grind is so fine that the meat becomes tough.
I got you.
We have a Southern California chain called the Habit Burger.
I heard that's really good.
It's really good, but I've noticed that their grind is really fine, and it's a tougher patty if you sit there and like pay attention to it.
Okay.
Where In and Out has a really loose grit to the patty, and it combines with the cheese, and it just kind of flakes apart in your mouth.
Is the cheese melted?
The cheese is 100% melted every time at In and Out.
That's your beef.
Yeah.
With Five Guys.
I like the air quotes.
Yeah.
It is. That is like my main thing with Five Guys and the price. But In and Out has really solid quality, like beef that is very tender and falls apart. And then Wendy's, I was surprised, not as tender, not as loose of a grit.
Yeah.
But much more tender than the Habit was.
So what do you order at In and Out? What's your favorite In and Out? If you're going to sit down by yourself, let's say you're just alone, you're a little lonely.
Yeah.
Let's paint a picture.
I'm always a little lonely.
You're a little bit lonely, and you've been listening to like a ton of Sting records. And you go in, and what do you order? And then I'll do the same.
My order, and this is another part of it being a local thing and like a cultural thing.
Okay.
Everyone has their individual order that's always different from someone else's.
Okay.
So it's a simple menu. They call it a secret menu, but there's just like things that
But it's on the internet.
There's things. Yeah, it's not secret at all. There's things that you can do to have them change it.
Five Guys has that.
Yeah, every place has it. You can ask them.
We have it at JHS.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Shoot. You can ask any burger place to not put mayonnaise on your burger. No big deal, you know. Like, so my burger is, I'm gonna say my standard, and I'll say how I modulate it if I'm having a rough day.
Okay.
So my standard burger is a double, grilled onions, chopped chili peppers,
Okay.
and no spread, no ketchup, no mustard. Like that's
So
it.
it's pretty dry.
Pretty dry. But my theory is if your sandwich is dry without sauce or ketchup or mustard, there's something wrong with it.
I like this. I have a similar story, and I get a lot of hate on it.
Your McDonald's burger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think McDonald's burgers are okay.
Sure.
So if it rarely happens anymore because I try to live a more sane life. But if I'm like, I just got to go to McDonald's.
Yeah.
I get 2 double cheeseburgers plain. And you taste
just the meat on the bun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just taste the meat.
It's amazing.
That's how I make burgers at home.
Okay.
I'll just do the meat on a bun and maybe
Remember
like
that one time I stood you up? I was coming to your house.
Yeah. I
There's
remember,
like a theme.
Josh.
There's a theme here.
I remember every time you stood me up, every day, all day. It's all I think about. That was a fun. It turned out okay though because Daniel Tyak was hanging out with me and we ended up getting some cool content in the garage, you know. But it still was like you stood me up for Switchfoot. What, you don't think I'm as cool as Switchfoot?
I don't know.
I see how it is.
You were meant to live for so much more, Ryan.
So getting back to
my Five Guy. Oh, you finished your In-N-Out.
So what I do, the way I modulate that,
okay,
if I'm having a rough day, is I add an extra patty. So I get a 3x3, and they add extra cheese with that. And then I switch I usually don't get a soda to save calories, and I'm an adult. I don't drink soda that much anymore. It's bad for you.
Yeah.
While I'm talking about burgers. But if I'm having a bad day, I'll get a chocolate shake. For sure.
Yeah.
You know.
So if that's my day, I go in In-N-Out. I get the bacon cheeseburger, which at Five Guys is... Did I say In-N-Out? What did I say?
You said In-N-Out.
Sorry, I don't go to In-N-Out because I don't have one. I go to Five Guys, and I get the bacon cheeseburger. That's a double.
Yeah.
You have to say little cheeseburger for a single.
Yeah. Which is, I like that about their menu, that they acknowledge that a single is not a real...
They're making obesity the norm.
And good.
That's really the goal.
Good. We gotta stop shaming these fat
people.
people.
I want a double bacon. No, I just say I want a bacon cheeseburger. So 2 patties, 2 slices of cheese, bacon. And then I do mayonnaise, lettuce, grilled mushrooms.
Interesting.
Hot sauce, and A1 steak sauce.
Wow.
And
that's interesting.
Then I get the Cajun fries, and I get the bag. And the way they do it, they throw it all in the bag. It's a hot mess. You take the bag, you sit on the table, and you rip the top of the bag off and let it be like your little bowl, a bag bowl.
Yeah, yeah.
Then you eat your sloppy burger that's going all over your face. It's ruining your clothes.
Nice.
I might get a shirt that's just to eat burgers.
Your Five Guys shirt.
It's like a burger shirt. But that's what I do. And then now they have milkshakes. So I get the chocolate milkshake, add bacon.
And with bacon in the chocolate?
You can add bacon to any...
Dude, that's nice.
And my cheese is always melted.
I don't know what it is. I've been to Five Guys I
feel like there's a conspiracy.
4 or 5 times, and every time I'm like, how come the edges of the cheese is cold and solid, and even the center of it is not all the way melted? I don't get it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but going back to my meat point, I think the meat quality at Five Guys is on point.
Okay.
It's a nice loose grit, and it's nice and tender.
I think that there's been a lot of hatred between us, and I feel like something happened today.
Yeah, I feel like I'm really loosening, my bowels are loosening up, all the tension is gone.
If you're listening to this, I think you're experiencing what we call healing.
Yeah, but to be honest, I have a lot of fun with the teasing online. I think it's fun.
Yeah, I'm going to continue to hate on you.
I'm never going to stop.
Yeah, I will never stop. This never really happened. In-N-Out is trash.
I need to just come clean right now and say that you're not actually Josh Scott. You've been Joel Corte this whole time.
Exactly.
Pretending to be Josh.
Yes, so. I'm a troll.
But yeah, I'm glad we had this conversation.
Me too.
Get it all out there, Have a tearful hug, We're friends
hugging
again.
right now.
I mean, I'm still going to remember all the times you stood me up.
We're going to do something together one day.
All right. Thanks for listening to this nonsense.
All right.
Go check out all the new pedals by JHS. Let's list those right now. You're putting out some new stuff soon.
Oh, yeah.
Will it be okay to release this coming week?
Everything's ready to roll. You can buy it, So Pink Panther Moonshine version 2, which has a clean blend. It's really great. The Sweet Tea version 3 has the updated Angry Charlie with the full tone stack and the Moonshine now in it. And I just burped. The Double Barrel version 4 has the new Morning Glory with a red remote and the new Moonshine with the clean blend. So it's almost a 3-in-1. You get the low gain, hit the high gain on the Morning Glory, and then you have the stackable Moonshine. And either one of those comes with a lifelong pass to being a better player.
A lifelong pass to any player warranty?
Just being a better player.
Oh, being a better player.
Yeah.
Okay. But you guys do. I heard you say going to that like, oh, he's going to say lifetime warranty, and then They
do have a lifetime warranty, but that's not as important as how they make you a better player.
Yeah. But that is
because pedals make you play guitar better.
They really do.
They do.
You don't need. I saw this quote from Jimi Hendrix, and said you don't need more practice.
Was that recent?
Yeah. He just came out with it.
Okay. Yeah. That's legit.
Yeah. He said you don't need more practice. You need more pedals.
Yes.
And I it's Jimi Hendrix. You can't disagree with him.
You know, I read a Premier Guitar thing with him, and he said that cables are the most important part of your rig.
Well,
patch cables.
Getting them the right direction. You can't put them backwards.
He really went into it. It was eye-opening. He talked a lot about the Strymon stuff as well, and how certain cables work better.
I like this alternate universe that we're living in. Where
it's a parallel dimension.
Jimi Hendrix is alive and doing like gear like articles.
Yeah, he is alive in our hearts.
Yes.
And he comes and writes articles from our hearts.
It'd be funny to like pose as him and have a Twitter account.
I look like him.
You do look a lot like him.
I play guitar pretty much the same.
Yeah.
My friends say.
Yeah. Okay, I meant to end this interview a while ago, but
it's fine. We're just
cruising.
You get in a river, and you sail it.
So I did a video a little while back because I'm left-handed.
Sorry.
I write with my left hand. I play right-handed guitar.
My son's left-handed, but he's doing stuff with his right hand, and it's so confusing.
Yeah. Well, everyone does stuff with both their hands.
No, we don't. I do everything with my right hand.
You've never done a single thing with your left hand.
No.
Yeah. But recently I saw a picture of Jimi Hendrix signing something, and it was very random. Like someone like, oh, here's a picture of Jimi Hendrix signing something. He was writing with his right hand.
What if everything we've ever seen is Josh is saying here, it's the Mandela effect.
Yeah.
You know about that?
Yeah, we're the only people.
The Mandela effect?
It was the Berenstain Bears.
Berenstain Bears. What if Jimmy?
Are you Steen or Stein?
I grew up with the Berensteinway Bears. They played a lot of piano. They had a family band. Listen,
you legit just got me.
What if Jimi Hendrix was always right-handed?
Right.
And the Mandela people, those people, changed it on me.
Or they changed him in our timeline.
What if our timeline was the original timeline, but he was always in this timeline before we were in it?
Right, yeah. But my whole point is I made this video online about left-handedness. I'm changing the topic because I think you're stupid. But
hey, if you're into really good family-oriented music, Berenstain Bears.
Berenstain Bears.
They're a great band. They're from Upper New Jersey, like near the shore.
Is it a family band?
They're a family bear band.
Family bear.
They play.
But everyone's like gets angry at me on this video that I did about. The title of it is like, "There's no such thing as left-handed guitar."
Oh, there's not.
There's not. But my point is like it's a two-handed instrument, and there's benefits to being a left-handed person fretting with your left hand.
Yeah.
And vice versa, if you're right-handed, what if you fret with your right hand? That's your dominant hand. It might be a benefit to you. So I'm wondering if Jimi Hendrix is one of these guys who, but by our Western definition of being right-handed, meaning that you write with your right hand, was right-handed, but preferred playing right-fretted.
To pull him out of the box.
Because that's his dominant hand, and he was more articulate with his fretting hand. You know what I mean?
That's fascinating.
But people online have been getting really mad at me, which is fine. It drums up views on YouTube, so I'm fine with it.
I'm going to say this. I've known you for a few years. Anything that you think is possible, I'm on the train with you.
Nice.
I just want to say, if you're a listener out there, this guy knows his life and history and politics and stuff.
I don't know anything. I just make stuff up like 100 times a day, and every now and then something sticks.
Yeah. But this
is a weird NAMM for me.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to talk about me for a while.
All right, I'm with
Which
you.
is a very, it's a very pro level like interview tactic. Talk about yourself when you get a guest on.
Yes.
I've got the Cusack holder burrito here.
I saw that. If you haven't seen that video, guys, go watch the Holder Burrito.
That's my mind baby, but Cusack gets all the credit because I was like, hey, who wants to do something stupid? And Cusack signed on for it. And then I've got the 50/50 pedal. That's another like random mind baby.
Which looks amazing.
It looks amazing. I really love it. I'm a big 250 fan, so having two in a box, I'm more excited than anyone for that pedal.
I'm excited because you're excited.
We're all excited. And then I don't know if he's here yet, but Daniel Shields makes, with DS Guitar Engineering, he makes a little pedal board clock. And that was something I talked about. I
was going to do that, and then I just like,
oh, yeah.
I can't. I didn't get to it. I have all the parts in a bin, and I never did it.
I remember you saying, like, oh, I'll have this together by the end of the day.
Yeah,
and then never heard anything.
And then, like, I basically hit enter on that post, and then, like, crap hit the fan, like, for the, like, 3 months.
Another time you stood me up, John.
Yeah.
No, but anyways,
that is.
I think he's around here walking around as, like, another thing that, like, a stupid thing I said on the podcast that became reality somehow. So it's a weird time for me to have stuff like that floating around.
I think what you need to realize, Ryan, is that you're a force of creation. And everywhere you go, there's going to be burrito holders and popsicle pedals, things that happen.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. It's weird.
I think
what it is I just talk a lot and say a lot of dumb stuff.
I think there's like a wormhole in your mind that bends the fabric of the time-space continuum into each other.
Yeah, but
and from that, though, hold on. We were talking about but Jimi Hendrix played right-handed, left-handed. Maybe you're going to invent the multi-dexterous guitar.
Oh, yeah.
Where it has no bridge or nut.
It's just two necks with the body in the middle.
There's no neck.
There's no neck.
It's just there.
You're talking about an omnichord.
I'm talking about a device that is whatever it is. We're in this other dimension above us.
Well, I'm kind of more in we're talking about time now, and we've been talking about what is reality, and we've been talking about the Mandela effect, and I just kind of I just feel like we're in the Matrix, like
I do
everything
too.
just feels like a simulation.
Yeah.
And if everything is a simulation, does it matter if pedals are digital or analog? I mean, it's simulated digitally anyways in the program that we're in.
I don't know if anything matters anyway.
No, it doesn't. I've really been flirting with nihilism.
Yeah.
Yeah, nihilism's a lot of fun.
I mean, annihilate it.
Annihilate it. Take it down the Nile.
I go home and the toilet's dirty. It happens, and you go, just annihilate it. Just throw it away. You just break it out of pieces.
Here's what I want to know: is the toilet ever clean? There's some.
That is the deepest.
That's deep.
I'll say this: that may be the deepest question I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Because I literally I don't have an answer still.
Now we need to get that needle pointed and framed so people can hang it above their toilet.
Is the toilet ever clean?
That's a mind breaker.
That'll
right?
mess you up.
Yeah. I won't be able to sleep tonight.
It depends on if you eat crystal burgers, I think.
Well, then, if you eat crystal burgers, in a way, it's cleaner because you never stop flushing. You're just there constantly moving clean water.
So what you're saying is the more you use something, the cleaner it is.
Absolutely. That's why vintage Strats sound so clean.
All right.
I keep trying to take this back to a gear conversation for some reason when it doesn't need to be.
It's because gear is life.
Gear is life, but what is life?
Gear.
Ah.
It's a palindrome.
It's a palindrome, yeah. It's a simulation.
It's a simulation of a palindrome that is re-simulated into a reality.
Yeah, but it's not our reality. We got switched over with the Berenstein
the rabbit
Bears.
hole, the Berensteinway Bears.
Okay, if you say so.
Yeah.
I think we just discovered a third reality with you.
Yeah. I'm so tall that I'm in it.
That's really what it is. All right. It's been great talking nonsense with you, Josh.
I love it all.
I think I love Summer NAMM a little bit more because it's a little more chill, and I can have these conversations with people.
Well, I know what I'm going to do. When you post this, I'm going to transcribe it for myself. I really want to keep up with what we said and really hold it close to my heart.
I think you should transcribe it and then mail printouts of it out to UFO conspiracies.
I think so. I think there's a fan club that really needs to see this printed.
I want to end this, but back in the day, Daniel Tyak was peer pressuring me to pay someone to transcribe our episodes strictly for like Google Analytics, so that like every like keyword would get picked up.
Wow.
To get us like more
There's
listens.
an app for that now.
Is there?
It's probably horrible.
It's probably awful.
It would change everything we said into
Mangles
some political
everything.
statement.
All right, let's say goodbye for real. Josh, this was awesome.
It was awesome.
This is probably one of our best episodes.
This is my best episode of anything I've ever done.
You need to start doing your podcast again.
I'm going to do it again, but after this podcast with you, I may give up.
Everyone might give up. I mean, that's nihilism for you, right?
I think life is all about giving up. Because when you give up, you live up.
If you don't embrace your death, do you ever truly live?
If you don't ever live, you'll never die.
That's like a whole other theology.
Is the toilet ever clean? We got to end this.
If you never live,
circles.
that's like a Buddhist monk sort of thing. If you can hit that plane of meditation, you'll just fade into the universe.
It's like this. You have a beard, and I don't like a beard. But if you never shave, do you have a beard, or you just have hair?
You're a mammal.
So whales have beards.
I was about to go there. So not whales, but let's talk about dolphins. Dolphins.
What if a dolphin had a beard?
They'd be fantastic. I'd like them a lot more. But dolphins, warm-blooded.
Warm-blooded.
They produce milk and they have live birth. Those are.
Is it a home birth? Do they go to hospitals or they pull it off at home?
Well, it's a big trend for dolphins to go have births on land with people.
Yeah.
But anyways, those are hallmarks of being a mammal. The fourth hallmark, the thing that they teach you in school, is mammals have hair. So where's a dolphin's hair? And I asked someone at SeaWorld this one time, and she looked at me. I was hoping she would look at me like, no one's ever asked that. She looked at me and was like, everyone asks that. They're born with a mustache.
Wow.
I know. I was like, dolphins are born with a mustache.
Guys, I'll say this. You're only going to get this kind of information on this podcast.
Yeah. But then whales, they have hair in their mouth. That's their hair. For baleen.
I'm going to do a little trivia with you.
Okay.
What is the world's smallest mammal?
It's a little there's a little tiny primate, right? It's a little monkey.
It's called a shrew.
A shrew is the smallest?
A shrew is the world's smallest mammal.
Uh-huh.
A shrew. I've never seen a shrew.
Well, they're too small.
My eyes are too big.
Right. Well, you can only see small things with small eyes.
It is called a shrew. It's like screw, but with a sh.
I'm familiar with shrews, but I thought they found something new. It was smaller.
Is it like a Pluto thing where I'm holding on to 9th grade?
Maybe. They found this little primate that's the size of almost a fingernail.
So maybe the shrew's not it anymore.
The shrew got
If it's
kicked out.
not, I'm going to be really pissed. Because I'm not educated, and I just
here
held
comes
on to
Colt.
that.
Here comes Colt.
How come his interview is so much longer than mine?
That's what I'm wondering. He won't let me stop.
I'll tell you why. All right, this
I
is
keep
Colt.
walking by
Colt
here,
from
and he's still talking.
My interview is longer because I'm more fun.
Man, that's probably the truth.
No, he won't let me go. He keeps
Colt.
taking me down rabbit trails and talking about what is reality and what is.
We're not even talking about gear.
They're Baron Steinway bears, and it's just lunacy over here. Don't you have other work to do? Why won't you let me leave?
Do you like philosophy?
It depends. Depends on which one. Depends
Okay.
on which brand. Which brand of philosophy?
Oh, okay.
Only analog.
I like their
analog
jeans.
philosophy.
They have the tapered jeans that I really like.
All right. Okay.
Well, here's the question I had: if we're all living in a simulation like the Matrix, does it matter if pedals are analog or digital if we're in a digital simulation, anyways?
Well, that's a complicated question because I'm under the belief that we are all inside of a pedal.
That's deep.
Holy hell!
So
I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight, guys.
Right.
So the thing that you discuss is the thing of which you are within.
Yes.
Our minds.
That's why we're all so fixated on all this stuff.
That's where circles come in. That's where circles come in. No beginning, no end.
So-
we are in the thing that we are standing on top of.
So Colt,
You know what I mean?
So you're telling me right now that you're not a flat earther?
No. I'm a I'm a infinite earther.
Infinite earther. Holy heck.
Infinite Earth.
Okay. Bye, Colt.
Infinite Earth.
I like this.
What do you think about flat Earth?
I got super bummed out on Tuesday because a friend of mine organized a talk in San Diego in between a flat earther and a scientist.
Okay.
And I missed it yesterday. It was in
Okay.
San Diego yesterday.
I'll say this. I love conspiracies.
Me too. They're so much fun.
I crave them. I want to create them.
Me too.
I long for the day when I am a conspiracy.
If
and I can look at the History Channel and go, that's just me.
Yeah. If I didn't have like moral barriers, I would
Yeah.
100% start a cult.
Right.
Like 100%.
So let's do that together.
Yeah, totally.
So if I'll say this publicly. I don't care. I've questioned the moon landing. I'll say it.
Okay.
I'm not sided. I've questioned it because I like to just say, what if it didn't happen? I like
Sure.
to think, what if?
It's possible.
Scott Stapp said something that changed my life when I was 15.
Okay.
I turned on Human Clay by Creed.
I was talking.
Now listen,
No, I
and the
was
song
talking to-
comes on.
Okay.
It was the deepest thing I'd ever heard a poet say. And he reached into my soul from the Pioneer CD player in my crappy Ranger, and he said, what if, what if, what if, what if? And to this day, I say, what if,
Yes.
what if, what if, what if?
I just want to let you know that Colt and I already talked about Creed. So,
Well, you have to.
yeah, you have to.
He's a huge fanboy. But I say, like, if Flat Earth is real, it's a pretty freaking impressive conspiracy.
It's really
It would be,
impressive.
like, so insane.
Reality would be completely rewritten. All we have to do is get to the edge and climb the ice wall that surrounds us and walk far enough to find the edge, you know?
The amount of governmental conspiracy, brainwashing, educational conspiracy, science conspiracy. It's a conspiracy within it's an inceptive conspiracy.
It's nuts. But
It's
if
insane.
it's true,
Yeah.
it changes everything.
And I like to picture it as a waffle.
As a waffle? Yeah. I'm more of like a triangle Earth guy.
Triangle Earth?
Yeah.
So like Illuminati.
Yeah. And each continent is on its own facet, you know?
What if the Earth is actually Katy Perry album covers from the future?
That fits into the simulation thing, where like the simulation goes so deep that there are micro universes existing within objects in the simulation.
What if these microphones we're holding are a simulation of the global Earth that is really flat Earth?
It explains global warming, is what I'm saying, because these are hot mics.
Because the hot air out of my mouth is heating things up.
Yeah.
I can't believe we're still talking. I think we're an hour in
the
here.
The reality of what's happening right now, we're 43 minutes in. The reality of what's happening right now with you and me is that this is the kind of podcast that would happen with two stoners in a basement.
Yeah.
But here we are, like,
We're
just two dudes at
two
NAMM.
guys hanging out.
Yeah.
I'm pretty boring.
Yeah, pretty boring. All right, well, let's wrap this up. Finally, unless you want to go in another crazy direction.
I can't wait to actually hang out with you.
We're doing it right now, but like real hangout.
Like with a burger.
Yeah, totally.
Because the burger's going to open up these emotional things in our lives.
There's going to be tears.
Yeah, tears of flavor.
But what
flavor
if
tears.
What if the burger has a universe inside of it, and we're like in a universe with everybody?
So I would digest a universe of which I once held.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
I'm out. I'm out.